Our Constitution is the fundamental principles or established precedents that define our collective agreement and rules for the day-to-day running of our great party. It outlines powers, rights, limitations of party members, and its leadership. It is therefore a document that stands as the cornerstone of our internal democracy and the embodiment of our collective values and aspirations. The Constitution is not just a legal framework, it is a living testament to our commitment to justice, equity, and the rule of law. Upon the directives of the President, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for an expansive and an all-inclusive caucus and National Executive Committee of our great party, the amendment should commence in earnest to fill in the lacuna and accommodate the expansion of the stated organs of the party and correct any existing gray areas therein. As we embark on this important public hearing, starting from the South-South zone, let us reflect on the significance of constitutional amendment and reposition our great party from the wards, local government, states, and the national, as it will serve as a catalyst for progress, enabling us to adapt to the evolving needs of our great party. The meeting, therefore, should kickstart the birth of a binding document that will resolve all the challenges that we are facing as a political party. The amendment process is not just a legal procedure, it should be a democratic exercise that invites the voices of all our members to be heard. It should be a reflection of our collective will and opportunity to reaffirm our commitment to the idea and representation. Every voice matters, and every perspective enriches our understanding of the issues at hand. We must strive to ensure that our Constitution reflects the diversity of our great country. Conclusively, may I urge each and every one of us to approach this discussion with an open mind and a sense of collaboration. Together, let us reshape a constitution that only serves us today, but also inspires our future to uphold the values of justice, peace, unity, progress, which is our party motto and slogan. Let me sincerely thank the governor of Cross River State, Senator Basi Edet Otu, for his monumental support for the development of the party in the South-South zone.
Very, very ecclesiastic. If you go back to the book of Genesis 1, verses 26, it symbolizes and embodies the foundation of why we are gathered here. That day was the 25th day of February 2025. We were gathered in the presidential villa for a national caucus. And no little a person, but our political God the Father, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, our leader and overall boss, His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, declared thus, let us, and that is why I decided to take you back to the Bible, in the book of Genesis 1:26. He said, let us amend our constitution and make it more inclusive. Let us see how governors that have served and run their time out should be given an opportunity to be part of the National Executive Committee of our great party. Let us see how the innocent cry and agitation of our female folks, who by our statistics contribute nothing less than more than 50% of what normally gives us victory can have a proper accommodation in our great party. Just like Article 12, 18, 19, and 20 today of our great party has created opportunity for women wing, for youth wing, for physically challenged. Let us put up a new spirit where we can expand the scope. But in doing this, let us not just sit within the four walls of this villa or the National Secretariat. And giving that charge the next day of the neck, on the 26th day of February, guided by the wisdom and directives of Mr. President, the then national chairman, working with his team, constituted a 7-man committee made up of the former national chairman of our great party and incumbent governor of Yobe State, His Excellency Alhaji May Malabuni, as chairman of the Constitution Review Committee of the APC. He was saddled with the responsibility of a holistic amendment of this constitution and to work with 6 other persons to cover the 6 geopolitical zones, and then the secretariat, which constitutionally will be manned by our national legal advisor, who is physically here with us. The other 6 geopolitical zones, the Northeast Zone has the incumbent governor of Borno State, His Excellency Professor Umar Zulum. The Northwest Zone has the former Speaker and former Governor of Katsina State, His Excellency Bello Masari. The North Central has the incumbent governor, Engineer Abdullahi. Then Abdullahi Sule. In the Southeast, you already have our sister who is here, Right Honorable Miriam Onwoha. Then in the Southwest, we have the Senate leader, Senator Bamidele Okbayemi. And for the South-South zone, my humble self, yours in service, coordinating the South-South zone. But with the magnanimity of His Excellency, the Governor of Cross River State, it is always Cross River first. It is always our people first. Today, this constitution review is kick-starting from the South-South zone and is taking place in Cross River State. Please put your hands together to thank our governor for providing all the logistics and the enablement to ensure the success of this. Luckily for us in Cross River State, out of the about 100 memoranda that were submitted, in the South-South zone, I think we have less than 10. So I can assure you that as the governor, through Mr. Speaker, declared this event open, it will only be adoption of the memoranda that have been submitted. Our job is going to be a very short one, and I'm sure in the next 1 hour or so, we'll be leaving this place because we will not be sitting here to argue on the memoranda. That will be done in a closed-door session. But we are taking only the memos that are submitted from the South-South zone. When we go to the Southeast, we'll take that of the Southeast. When we go to the Northwest, we'll take that of the Northwest and detail to other areas.
I'm Right Honorable Elvet. I am the Speaker of the Cross River State House of Assembly. I'm here to represent His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Cross River State, who is unavoidably absent. I wish time had allowed him the latitude to be here. Of course, would have lasted here longer than anyone can ever imagine. But some very pressing needs that are requiring his time have asked, in fact, duty call. And that's the reason for which His Excellency is not here. This event is indeed a welcome development, especially given to the fact that people are joining the APC, who were in part of the Constitution Drafting Committee ab initio. And I'm made to understand that the Constitution is the only safeguard of our liberties. And for us to get this party going, it is very imperative that we gather like this in our shades and colors, to make our inputs known, to make contributions to this wonderful biggest party across the black race, the APC. I'd like to thank the chairman of party, especially the chairman of party of Cross River in Cross River State, our Honorable Alfonso Sogaiba Esquire, for the political evangelism you have carried out in Cross River State. Indeed, there is no better person to have been chairman of this party than you. I'd like to thank Barrister Gaidam for all that you're doing. You're a very humane person. At all times that our path have crossed, you've remained the same person I knew from the beginning and even now that you're seated here. It tells us very clearly that the APC is made up of people with so much hospitality, so much empathy for the country called Nigeria and the citizens, a party with an open arms to welcome both the old, the young, a party that has not drawn any battle line between the rich, the poor, and the needy. The APC is for all of us. And this exercise is not oblivious of the fact that people need to make contributions to this party if we want to build a stronger APC, an APC that will lay down a blueprint that will span across 50 years and even beyond. This event here, this public hearing, is one of the best because Cross Riverians will have the opportunity to make very meaningful contributions to the constitution of the People's Program, the APC. And again, I'd like to thank His Excellency, the Governor of Cross River State, for all he's done for the APC. For the state, he has won to the APC. He just demystified the balance of a tree cannot make a forest. His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Cross River State, has made us to understand that a tree with fruits can indeed make a forest. He stood firm with a very dogged chairman of party, Honorable Alfonso Zeba, carried out the evangelism, very strong, bold, and courageous, that has seen the influction into the APC from the South-South region. Indeed, we can now count 3 to 4, 5 governors from this extraction that have joined the APC. I commend you very strongly. And I'd like to commend His Excellency President Ahmed Bola Tinubu for all he's doing in this country, for reshaping this country and repositioning it in the Committee of Nations. A lot still have to be done. And we are trusting God that God will give him health and the enablement to carry Nigeria to a land that we desire to be. On behalf of the government of Cross River State, I hereby declare this function open to God the glory, God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Thank you so very much.
Especially the Governor of Progressive Governors Forum, the chairman, His Excellency Governor Hope Uzodimma, who also works very closely with the governor of Cross River State and the other state delegates and governors within our party from the eastern part of the country for their tenacity and zeal and remaining steadfast in growing and building the party across the Southeast geopolitical zone. Let me recognize also the efforts of the women of our great party. Women, oh yeah! Women, oh yeah! No women! No women! This is a platform for women, the All Progressives Congress. And in this quest for amendment of the party constitution to be more inclusive and in obedience and compliance with our party's tenets to gender inclusion, I'd like to use this opportunity to advise Nigerian women who form more than 50% of our overall population to make a queue into the All Progressives Congress. I know that we have more women in the party, but this is an opportunity to bring in much more women into the All Progressives Congress. If we desire more women into elective and appointive position. Just like it is better we pursue it from different fronts. If that one doesn't survive, then we are sure that we have a platform provided by the All Progressives Congress, which creates an organic mechanism to bring more women into party administration. Therefrom, we can also promote other women to be in elective and appointive position. So I see myself lucky to be included as a member of.
The Bayelsa State chapter presented a memo, and I will call on the legal advisor of Bayelsa State to present that memo. But like the chairman of Cross River State rightly mentioned, we had, as forum of APC State chairman, we had presented the memo. But unfortunately, when I came and he said, oh, that he missed it, so we'll get it and then send back to the secretariat. Now, we, as a forum of state chairman, we are very happy with this development in the party as we are gathered together to amend the constitution, because we know that there are a lot of flaws. And so as a forum of state chairman, we are advocating that one, that the national caucus of our party, that state chairman should be included in the national caucus of our party. The reason being that the national caucus is like the unofficial decision-making organ of the party. And where a state does not have a governor, and the state does not even have a former governor, it means that in the national caucus, that state will not be represented. And so it is apposite and propitious to have the chairman of the party to be represented in the state caucus, the national caucus of the party. So we are demanding that the constitution should be amended to include state chairmen as members of the national caucus of the party.
I stand before this house to adopt this memo. The memo is dated 18 dates of July 2025, and I pray the high table that this memo be adopted.
I'm here to present again the memorandum of submission for the implementation of all relevant sections of the APC Constitution 2022 as amended in relation to persons with disability. Persons with disability represent a strategic voting bloc nationwide. Inclusion strengthens a party, grassroots network, and internal democracy. The creation and activation of deputy position for persons with disability within each organ of the party are not mere symbolic gesture but structural guarantees of the inclusion. It is ensured PWD has direct participation in policy decisions, executive decisions, and internal administration across all levels. Implementing the deputy position for persons with disability in all party organs enhances both disability and gender inclusion. It provides a structural balance that guarantees representation, mentorship, insertion planning, gender sensitivity pairing, ensuring that where the substantive officer is male, the deputy is female, promote equality and reflect APC commitment to fairness. I hereby
talks about state and local government office. Yes, we want to very much agree that members of the state, serving members of the state House of Assembly should be members of the state caucuses. And also, at the local government level, we have also discovered that members of the House of Assembly are not members of the local government caucuses. So, serving members of the House of Assembly and all former members of the House of Assembly to be members of the local government caucus. Thank you.
And the commissioners come, National Assembly members come, local government chairmen come, House of Assembly come. It is for you to come and protect your own rights. Imagine you were not here. There is no way whether myself or anybody that will be state chairman in the future will be able to do any magic. And I cannot sit down in this committee and so moto take up that issue. Because I cannot be wearing a morning gown that is deeper than the indigo of a bereaved. So I must commend what you have done.
I hereby adopt the motion, the constitutional amendment, motion submitted by the family officer to the Constitution Review Committee. And so adopted. I wish to also appeal that members of SEC should also be made automatic members of national delegates.
Gratitude and deep appreciation that I stand before you this morning or this afternoon or evening to deliver the vote of thanks on behalf of the Constitution Amendment Committee. First and foremost, we extend our profound appreciation to the President and leader of our great party, the greatest and largest party in Africa, His Excellency Aswaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for his visionary leadership and for constituting this Constitution Amendment Committee. This exercise demonstrates his unwavering commitment to strengthening internal democracy, deepening party cohesion, and ensuring the APC continues to serve as the true vessel of progressive governance.
The directives of Mr. President, given on the 25th day of February, which was adumbrated and adopted on the 26th in the NEC meeting, ably supported by His Excellency the Governor of Cross River State and leader of APC in the South-South zone. What a day to be a Cross Riverian. It looked like a task that was impossible. With 3 governors on the saddle, very busy, my dear sister and member of this committee, Right Honorable Miriam Onwa, the National Legal Advisor, and our chairman, May Malabuni, we took it upon ourselves, and by the grace of God, other governors followed suit. But it's starting from Cross River State. If you were state chairman of Cross River State and the rep of the South, it became so necessary that with the changing political experience of time, you follow the trend. APC has grown to become a bigger political party than what it used to be in 2014 when it came on board. Even when we did the last amendment on the 26th day of March 2022, the situation we find ourselves today shows that we have grown bigger than a small pond. And now that we are swimming in an ocean, the fishes, bigger enough, should find ways to express themselves. And this can only be done through the structure that enables the participation of everybody. And like Mr. President rightly said then, why should a man who has served out his term as a governor, while he was a governor, he was qualified to be in the NEC and in the national caucus of the party. As soon as he serves his tenure out, he's no longer qualified to be in the NEC. Mr. President rightly got it and directed that no, that cannot be the spirit of our constitution, and that we should create room to include all such persons. And we're given a blank check to do even much more. And for the agitation or the clamor, so to say, of women today in this country, they want a proper place.